Have you ever felt that, as the years passed, some words were kept inside you? Words that were left unsaid for fear of hurting someone. Or perhaps because you felt there was no point in speaking anymore. We often believe that silence is the best way to maintain peace. But time, with its quiet wisdom, shows us that there are silences that heal and others that weigh heavily. After 60, the body changes, the rhythm changes, and even the voice seems to take on a different tone. But along with this change, something more subtle is happening. The inner voice begins to want to be heard. That part of you that always knew the truth, but was left aside amidst so many responsibilities, so many attempts to please, so many times when you chose silence rather than displease. The throat chakra, also called Vishuddha in ancient spiritual traditions, represents this sacred space of expression. It is the energetic point where the invisible within you, thoughts, feelings, emotions, takes form through word. When this center is blocked, communication becomes difficult, the voice weakens, and the heart closes a little more. But when it opens, the energy of truth flows like a calm river. You begin to speak authentically, without fear, without guilt, and most importantly, you begin to hear your own soul clearly. So today, I invite you to look within, not with judgment, but with tenderness, to ask yourself, how many times has my soul wanted to speak, and I remained silent? This video is an invitation to rediscover the hidden power of your voice. Not just the voice that speaks, but the voice that heals. Because speaking your truth is not an act of ego. It is an act of liberation. If this message has touched something within you, subscribe and stay with me until the end. Let us together awaken the voice of the soul. The one that seeks not to win arguments, but to heal wounds, that does not shout, but transforms into silence, and who, at 60, 70, or 80, still has much to say to the world. Chapter 2. The Spiritual Wisdom of the Vishuddha Chakra, at the heart of ancient Eastern wisdom. There is a teaching that speaks of the purity of expression. They call it Vishuddha, the throat chakra, the fifth energy center of the body, located between the heart and the mind. It is the point where feelings are transformed into words, where the invisible gains sound, where the soul finds passage to the world. Buddhist masters often say that everything that is not expressed sickens within us, and that is why the throat chakra is also the center of sound healing. It is there that our intentions, our prayers, and our silences vibrate. Every word we speak has the power to create or to hurt, to open paths, or to build walls. When this chakra is balanced, communication flows naturally. There is no fear, no need to convince. We speak truthfully, and the other feels the vibration of authenticity. The voice becomes an extension of the heart. But when it's blocked by guilt, shame, or the habit of remaining silent, the energy becomes trapped. It's as if a bridge between the heart and the mind is broken, and we begin to live divided between what we feel and what we can express. Many people, especially after 60, notice this energy shifting, not because they're aging, but because they're becoming more conscious. It's as if the soul says, now that I've lived so much, it's time to speak honestly, to free myself from what has been trapped for years. And it is at this moment that Vishuddha awakens, asking for healing, asking for a voice. In Buddhism, learning to speak the truth is not just a virtue. It's a form of purification. Every word spoken clearly dissolves fear. Every truth expressed with compassion makes room for the new. And this purity is the true meaning of Vishuddha, the power to cleanse, purify, and liberate the soul's energy. Perhaps this is why, in some traditions, sound is used as medicine. Chanting mantras, for example, vibrates directly in the throat chakra. The simple sound of Om resonates in this region and harmonizes body, mind, and spirit. But you don't need to live in a temple to feel this. Even at home, by speaking kind words, expressing gratitude, saying, "I love you," or "forgive me," we are healing the throat chakra. Every phrase born from the heart is a silent prayer that elevates the soul. So, if you feel that there is something within you that wants to be heard, know it's not too late. Your voice, however soft, still has power. It can inspire, reconcile, and heal. Because Vishuddha doesn't seek volume, it seeks truth. And when truth manifests itself, the world around you begins to change as well. Chapter 3. The words we never say. The silence that makes you sick. There are silences that heal, and there are silences that weigh. When we choose silence out of wisdom, it is like the dawn. Calm, protective, full of meaning. But when we remain silent out of fear, shame, or exhaustion, that same silence turns into a shadow and begins to live within us. Throughout your life, how many times have you held back words that were waiting to be born? Perhaps you stopped yourself from saying no so as not to disappoint someone. Perhaps you avoided an "I love you" because you believed it was too late. Or perhaps you swallowed your own pain just to maintain peace within your home. These small renunciations, repeated over the years, leave invisible scars. And the body, which is wise, tries to warn us. A throat that tightens, a voice that falters, a knot that never seems to unravel. The masters say that every unexpressed emotion seeks a way to be heard. If it doesn't come out in words, it comes out in sighs. If it doesn't come out in tears, it comes out in pain. And this is how the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, closes, not out of malice, but out of overprotection. It tries to shield us from what we believe is dangerous to feel. But in doing so, it also prevents us from being fully ourselves. After 60, this accumulation becomes even more evident. It's as if the soul says, "I've lived so much. Why do I still need to hide what I feel?" Maturity brings a different clarity. That speaking with love is liberating, not hurting. That sincerity is not a weapon, but a bridge. And that words born from the heart can transform even the oldest silences into peace. When we allow ourselves to express the truth, something changes within. The voice vibrates softly again, the throat opens, and an inexplicable lightness settles in. It's not just the body that finds relief, it's the soul that finally breathes. So perhaps today is the time to ask yourself, how many beautiful words do you still hold back for fear of seeming weak? How many "thank you," "I'm sorry," or "I miss you" still live stuck in your throat? The healing of Vishuddha begins with this simple gesture, giving voice to what has been silenced, in choosing the truth, even with a trembling voice. Because every time you speak what is true with love, the entire universe listens and responds with peace. Chapter 4. Speaking with Love. The Buddhist teaching on truth and compassion. The ancient Buddhist masters used to say, before speaking, "Ask your heart. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind?" These 3 simple questions are the foundation of the Dharma of conscious speech. They remind us that truth, when born from compassion, does not hurt. It liberates. In Buddhism, correct speech, samyak vak, is one of the pillars of the Eightfold Path, the path that leads to liberation from suffering. Speaking correctly is not only about avoiding lies, but also about cultivating communication that springs from inner purity. It's about choosing each word as if it were a seed. What you plant with your voice blossoms in the heart of the listener. When the throat chakra is balanced, speech ceases to be a weapon and becomes a gesture of love. Truth is not accompanied by pride, nor is compassion confused with submission. It is a point of harmony between heart and mind, between feeling and speaking. But Buddhist wisdom also teaches us something even more profound. Speaking with love is not just about the other, it is about ourselves. Each time we consciously speak our truth, we heal a fragment of our past. We reintegrate pieces of who we were, words we never said, pains that have gone unnamed. Many of us, especially after 60, realize the value of true silence, the kind that comes not from fear, but from serenity. And we also realize that there are times when love expresses itself, precisely through the words we once feared to utter. Saying enough can be an act of compassion. Saying, I understand you can be a prayer. Saying, I'm tired can be the body's first healing. Buddhism teaches that the energy of truth is like water. If you try to contain it, it builds up and creates pressure. But when you let it flow, it finds its own path, smooth and natural. The same is true with the voice. When we speak from awareness, the vibration of our voice purifies the space, and even the simplest conversations, a good morning, a thank you, a word of forgiveness, become blessings. Allow yourself to observe this. The next time you speak to someone, take a breath first. Feel the presence of your voice. Let it come from the heart, not from haste. You will notice that people listen differently, because the energy of truth touches what is beyond the ears. It touches the soul. The true power of the throat chakra is not in speaking a lot, but in speaking with light. And when the light expresses itself, the world around you begins to respond on the same frequency. Relationships soften, noises disappear, and peace becomes natural. Because every word spoken with love is, in itself, a form of meditation. Chapter 5. The Practice of the Inner Voice, Healing and Meditation. Exercise for the Throat Chakra. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply, slowly, feeling the air move in and out of your throat. Notice the path the air takes, the slight movement of your chest, the sound of your breath. This simple gesture, breathing with presence, is itself a form of healing. Now imagine a light blue light, soft as the morning sky, forming right in the center of your throat. This is the energy of Vishuddha, the chakra of purification. It rotates slowly, like a small luminous spiral. With each inhale, this light expands. With each exhalation, it dissolves what no longer serves. The bottled words, the suppressed emotions, the fear of not being understood. Feel this light move. It forces nothing. It simply flows, gently, like a river finding its natural course. Now, repeat silently, or if you prefer, whisper. My voice is sacred. I allow myself to speak with love and listen with compassion. All that comes from me is light. These phrases are simple, but they have profound power. They open pathways. They remind your body that it can trust its own voice again. As you continue breathing, imagine this blue light connecting with your heart, a luminous thread that unites truth and tenderness. Voice and love, sound and feeling become one flow. This is the harmony of the throat chakra, when what you feel is the same as what you say. Now feel this energy expanding beyond you. See it enveloping your home, the people you love, and even those with whom you once had difficulty expressing yourself. The blue light of compassion extends and silences old wounds. Everything becomes light. Everything becomes possible. Stay in this silence for a few seconds. Listen to your own breath. It is the voice of life flowing within you. With each new breath, imagine you are saying to the universe, I release myself from the silence that weighed me down. I speak my truth with serenity. I am a channel of peace. When you open your eyes, take this vibration with you. Remember that your voice is not just sound, it is energy. And when used with love, it is a blessing that heals. First you, and then the world around you. Chapter 6. The Hidden Effects of a Healed Throat Chakra. When the throat chakra opens again, something profound changes. Not just in the sound of the voice, but in the vibration of the soul. It's as if the entire body breathes a sigh of relief after years of silence. Words flow again. The chest expands and the gaze brightens. A healed Vishuddha no longer speaks out of a need to be heard. He speaks out of the joy of sharing. The energy of communication becomes gentle and generous again. And what was once a burden, difficult conversations, bottled up emotions, unspoken feelings, becomes a bridge. Healing this center has effects that go far beyond the spiritual. The physical body responds. Breathing becomes freer. Posture straightens naturally. The voice becomes firm, clear, almost youthful. It's a reflection of energy moving again, restoring vitality to what was dormant. But there's an even more subtle effect, and perhaps the most beautiful of all, the rebirth of authenticity. When the throat chakra balances, you no longer need to please the world to be accepted. There's no longer any need to hide behind silence. You begin to live more lightly because you understand that your voice isn't meant to compete. It's meant to add value. Expression becomes prayer. And then, life begins to reorganize around you. Relationships become more sincere because you no longer need to disguise your feelings. Love flows with more truth. Conversations become simpler. And even conflicts are resolved with more compassion. Those who hear your voice perceive something different. A serene presence. A vibration of confidence. This is the hidden power of Vishuddha, restoring the courage to be whole. There is no longer fear of making mistakes, because the heart guides every word. There is no longer shame in feeling, because love expresses itself effortlessly. And over time, the world around you responds. You notice that people begin to listen to you more attentively, that there is more harmony in encounters, more truth in exchanges. Everything begins to sound different, like a song that has always been there, but now plays with clarity. And the most impressive thing is that this transformation doesn't depend on age. At 60, 70, or 80, your voice can become more alive than ever, because the soul, when healed, doesn't age. It simply learns to vibrate at a purer frequency. Therefore, if you feel this lightness coming today, know this. It's your Vishuddha awakening. It's the call of your essence saying, "Now is my time to speak, to express love, wisdom, and peace with voice and silence, to let the world hear my truth." Chapter 7. Truth as a Path. The power of voice in spiritual maturity. There comes a time in life when we discover that truth doesn't need strength. It only needs courage. And this courage is often born from the serenity that comes with time. At 60, 70, or 80, there's no longer any need to prove anything to anyone. The voice doesn't seek to be heard by the world. It simply wishes to echo peacefully within us. Speaking truthfully at this stage of life is an act of freedom. It's no longer about arguing, convincing, or shouting. It's about aligning the heart with the word, feeling with speaking. It's like bamboo in the wind, firm yet flexible, simple yet full of life. Buddhist masters teach that truth is the soil where compassion flourishes. And when truth becomes a natural part of speech, it begins to heal, not only the listener, but also the speaker. Every word spoken with, awareness dissolves a bit of the past. Every sincere conversation releases the weight of the years. Every gesture of honesty restores radiance to the soul. Many believe that aging is silence, but in the Buddhist view, aging is purification, letting go of the noise and allowing only the essential to remain. It is the moment when the voice becomes purer, because it speaks only what truly matters. When the throat chakra vibrates in harmony, speech becomes a silent prayer. The word becomes an instrument of the Dharma, a living expression of wisdom, and you begin to realize that even silence speaks when it is filled with truth. Imagine this for a moment. You sitting in a garden, watching the sunset. There is no rush, no fear, just the serenity of someone who has learned to listen and to hear themselves. Every breath is a conversation with life. Every word is an offering of peace. This is spiritual maturity, the point at which the voice becomes a mirror of the soul, where every sound, every pause carries wisdom, where speaking and silence are equally sacred. And perhaps this is the true meaning of rediscovering the power of the voice, not to speak more, but to speak with the soul. Because when the soul speaks, the whole world listens, even in silence. Chapter 8. Final Reflection. Forward to another video now. Take another deep breath. Feel the air gently passing through your throat, as if it were a silent reminder of all that you rediscovered today. Your voice, so unique, so yours, was never lost. It was just waiting for the right moment to manifest itself again with clarity and peace. The throat chakra is more than an energy center. It is the guardian of your truth. Every word spoken with love, every gesture of sincerity, every forgiveness offered or accepted, all of this is healing vibrating within you. At 60, 70, or 80, speaking your truth is a gift, not only to others, but to your own soul, because when the voice is freed, the heart also opens, and it is in this space of inner freedom that life is renewed, that the past softens, and that the future becomes light. Perhaps now you remember how many times you silenced what you felt, or how many beautiful words you failed to say. But there is no regret in awakened consciousness, only learning. With each new breath, you can choose to speak with more love, listen with more compassion, and live with more presence. The truth doesn't need to be loud, just true. And when it is spoken gently, the universe leans in to hear. If this message touched your heart, like this video and share it with someone you feel also needs to rediscover their inner voice. And if you wish to continue this journey of healing and wisdom, watch the video that is appearing here on the screen. See you there, with a gentle voice, a tranquil heart, and a peaceful soul.